my name is Coleman. I'm here to talk tonight about how we can add context to geographic data by leveraging local communities to contribute data about their own locations. So location is something that's completely ubiquitous. Every event, place, activity, object, everything has a location. And location gives us perspective on how we look at and analyze these types of things and can give us context. So context can give us an insight into a wealth of other kinds of information about things like history, trade, land ownership, communications, and all these things have geographic aspects to them that are important. So what happens without this contextual knowledge? Well, the short answer is bad things can happen. The conflicts become more challenging to deal with when the cultures are not understood. Crisis situations are more difficult to respond to. So let's take this simple example, something that an NGO on an aid mission might want to know about, a drinking water well in the Sudan. We know a lot of physical things about it. We know where it is, we know what it's made out of, we can know how deep it is. But what about the human side? Things like who uses it, what language do they speak, who controls the water flow from it. So how do we go about getting this information? Do we just go straight up to them with a guy in fatigues and ask them questions? Or does that bias the answer that we're expecting before we've even started collecting information? So what are we doing to solve this problem? Well, there's a lot of projects out there, things like OpenStreetMap and Ushahidi and CrowdMap. These are services that are building platforms to invite user participation for submitting geographic data. OpenStreetMap is a world map of the entire world that anyone can edit. It's like a Wikipedia for geospatial data. And the entire map and database are all open source. And this example from the UK shows you just how rich the data set is, and it's all provided by the community. So millions of features are added every day in OpenStreetMap by over 500,000 users from all different sorts of sources and applications. And it's even easy for non-geographers to contribute data as well. And Ushahidi is another platform for accepting reports containing a location from people from their smartphones or from email or SMS. And it's been used for disaster response situations, tracking election fraud, taking census surveys, and it's easy to use because you can use it on any platform all over the world. So citizens can submit reports about things going on around them. So it's been used in Brazil and Nigeria to monitor election fraud, and it was used in Japan after the tsunami there to respond to aid requests from citizens there in northern Japan. The GeoNames service is another one. It's a freely available and editable database of place names that's completely global. There's 10 million records in this database that are all in local languages containing nicknames and local names that those people call those things. So why is this important? Where's the value in this local information? Why is it important for us to involve local communities? Well, a number of things are gained by us leveraging local talent to collect this information. One reason is that the veracity and completeness of the data is a lot better than what you can even get in from commercial mapping sources. So Port-au-Prince, which is a city of 1 million people, has a more accurate database on OpenStreetMap than it does on Google Maps. We can also understand the importance and relevance of places because we're asking the people what things that they care about, not what we care about, but what things are important to them. We can also get a better understanding of how people use the landscapes and why they do what they do with the land. So it's difficult to appreciate this when you're sitting at a desk somewhere here in the United States, but someone on the ground there can tell us not only what's on the land, but who built it and why it's there and why they use the land the way that they do. We can also, with a direct connection to these people, we can understand their local languages and dialects. And who better to tell you the name of a feature than a guy that lives right down the street from the thing that you're interested in. Understanding the place's history is also possible. So toponyms, which is just a fancy way to say the name of a place, can give us insight into the historic past of that place. So think of things like the Dutch or Spanish or French origins of place names in the United States. So what are the challenges in making this context information readily available? Well, we need to inform the locals, we need to inform communities, we need to make it easier for them to use the technology, and we need to make it fun for them to actually participate and contribute data. So this was just an introduction to understanding human geography, and I just want to thank everyone for coming out and to Join OpenStreetMap and contribute your own data about your own city or your own town. Thank you.